So when coming to the next topic, transfer of heat. The transfer of heat, how we can take this topic? Just you see, there is a metallic rod, and in the metallic rod we have fixed 1, 2, 3, 4 wax pieces, candle piece or wax pieces. We put some wax pieces. When heated candle is kept nearby it, it will heat this end of the metallic rod. This is a metallic rod, this is iron rod. This iron rod get hot because of the flame. So this area become more hot, and that heat gradually transfer from this to cold end of this is a cold end. This is now it is hot end. From this hot end, it is traveling towards the cold end of the metal. So after 1 minute or 2 minutes, this heat reaches here. This wax piece get melt and it fall down. So this wax piece will fall down. After certain time, the heat, when it travels and when it reach this point, this wax piece also will fall down. After some time, when the heat reaches here, this wax piece also fall down. So likewise, all the wax pieces will fall down. So here what you can see, the heat is transferring from hot region to cold region, or heat is transferring through the metal. So from this we can say the heat usually transfer from hot region to cold region. That we are calling it as transfer of heat. Transfer of heat, movement of heat energy from high hot region to low hot region is called as transfer of heat. So transfer of heat usually doing by the material which is having the character of conductor, which are the good conductors are doing this transfer of heat. We already studied about insulator and conductor of electricity. Likewise, the materials which allow the heat to pass through it is called as conductors. Aluminium passes heat through it, iron passes, copper passes. So these materials, certain material passes heat through it. That materials we used to call them as conductors. The material which do not allow the heat to pass through it is called as insulators. Plastic, heat will not easily pass through the plastic. Wood, it will not allow heat to pass easily. So material which will not pass heat or which do not pass heat easily is called as insulator. So and the material which pass heat through it is called as conductors. You can know you can point or find out different type of conductors and insulators in your surrounding, and find out and make a list of conductors and insulators around you as an assignment. So heat is transferring. We told the transfer of heat. So through the metal heat is transferring. From here the heat will transfer to the hand. Okay, this is one type of heat transfer. Another type of heat transfer, when you keep the fire here and keeping hand above the fire, you get hotness on your hand. How the heat is reaching your hand? Through the air here. So there is another type of heat transfer. This is one type of heat transfer, and this is another type of heat transfer, and another type of heat transfer is here. So heat is transferring from a hot region to cold region. Here it is transferring through a object, through a metallic object. Here it is transferring through, this is through a solid object. Heat is transferring through a solid. This is iron nail. So through the solid the heat is transferring to the hand. Here here it is presence of air is there here. So through the air heat is transferring to the hand. Here the heat is transferring not through the air, because hot air it always moves up. So with the moving hot air the heat is also reaching your hand. That type of heating, transfer of heat, is called as convection. And in the third method, heat is transferring without any medium. Here is no air is contacting, air is moving up only, hot air is moving up only, but without the air heat is transferring and reaching to your hand. That type of heat transfer is called as radiation. So there is three type of heat transfer is there. First one is conduction, it is through the solid material. Second one is convection, it is through air and water, or air and water means I think we can say air and liquid. Through air and liquid, if the heat is transferring through air and liquid, that type of heat transfer is called as convection. So here solid materials and air and water is here. So here radiation, there is no medium, no object is there for transferring, no medium is there to transfer the, no medium is here to transfer the heat from this fire to hand. Without the medium heat is reaching the hand. That type of transfer we are calling it as radiation. So heat transfer of heat can be of three types: conduction, convection and radiation. So here also you can see the same. I have given another picture here. Instead of air I have given water here. So heat here. So water molecules, water particles are getting heated and it is going up. So heat is going through the water particles. So it is convection. So from here the heat is reaching the handle by the metallic handle. So it is metal. So it is a solid. It is conduction. So here without any medium heat is transferring. That is, it is radiation. So conduction. The process of transfer of heat from hot end to cold end through a metal or a solid object is called as conduction. If the heat is transferring through a solid object, then we are calling it as conduction. So you can see now, from heat reaches here, here, then here. So heat is reaching from hot end to cold end. So it is through a metal. So it is we can call it as conduction. Then coming to the next slide, it is convection. So second type of transfer of heat, it is convection. You can see this is a flame here. It is giving heat to the liquid. Then this area, liquid nearby this area become hot and it moves up. This hot liquid is moving up. Hot air or hot liquid is moving up. So when it reaches here, it become cool. So from here the cool air again pushes down. From here the cool water is pushing down. That cool air touches the flame, again become hot and it is moving up. Yes, again become hot and the hot water again moves up. Likewise the hot liquid particles become hot. The hot liquid particle here get more hot and moves up. Then the less hot upper part water particle comes down and again get heated and moving up. Likewise the cyclic movement of water particles to take place till the whole water get boiled. So this process of cyclic process is called as cyclic process of warm molecules or warm a liquid is called as convection. So heat is transferring from hot and then cold. Then again this cycle is continuing. This method of transfer of heat is called as convection. The process of transfer of heat energy in liquid is called as convection. So here the heat energy is traveling from, this is a earth surface and this is a space. You see, this is a space. If in the space up to 8 kilometer or 10 kilometer atmosphere air is present, above 8-10 kilometer above the atmosphere there is no liquid or air or what, actually it is a vacuum. There is no medium is present in between sun and earth. So the vacuum space, through this vacuum space without any medium, heat is reaching to our earth. From sun, heat is reaching to our earth without any physical contact of substance. Any medium, solid medium is not there, liquid medium is not there, or any gaseous medium is not there. Without any medium, heat is transferring from one place to another. That type of heat transfer is called as radiation. So now we studied about 3 type of radiation, heat transfer: conduction, convection and radiation. So now we come to the another topic, land breeze and sea breeze. Breeze means very gentle wind is called as breeze. Sea breeze and land breeze are the seasonal winds, or the winds which are forming usually areas associated with the coastal sea shore. Nearby the sea shore, usually this phenomena is happening: sea breeze and land breeze. Land breeze is a breeze blowing from land to land out towards a body of water. From the water, from the land breeze is flowing from the land towards the sea, and sea breeze is blowing from water. Sea breeze is starting from water and coming towards the land. These are the 2 type of wind which is happening in the sea shore usually. So we will come to that point now. So this is a sea breeze. How the sea breeze is forming? Sea breeze, you can see how the sea breeze is forming here. So what is happening here? You see, because of the heat of the sun, the heat is giving radiation. Heat radiation is coming to water bodies as well as the land. So all these area the heat radiations are coming, and this part also become hot. Land is becoming hot. Same time the water is also become hot. But the thing is that in daytime, or because of the heat of sun, the land become hot faster than the sea. So the land become hot, more hot or faster than the sea. The land become hot. Understood? So this land become more hot than the sea. So here it is more hot, more hotness, and sea is getting hot in a less speed, so it become less hotness, less hot. So the air around the land become, here the air here become more hot. This more hot air moves up. More hot air become light in weight and moves up. The air is getting less weight and the weight of the hot air is less. That's why it moves up. When it moves up, here become a low pressure area. Here become around the land become a low pressure area. So here it is having the less hot, or means we can say it is a little bit cool air. This cool sea air is pushes towards the land. The hot air is moving up and here a low pressure area is created. So the high pressure air from the sea coming towards the land, this we called it as sea breeze. So this hot air goes in the sky and it become cool here. Over the sea it become, after some time it become cool and it's become heavier or it's coming down. So this cycle continues throughout the day. This process is called as sea breeze. The process, this total process is continuing throughout the day, and this process is called as sea breeze. We have told about another breeze, that is land sea breeze and land breeze. Coming to the land breeze, here the night time. Now it is, the time is night, daytime over, sunset. So after the sunset, the land and water starts to cool down. So there is no heating of heat of sun. Heat of sun is finished by the evening. So after the evening, the land start to cool down, water also start to cool down, but the water so the land cool faster than the sea. So land become cool faster than the sea, fast than the sea. So sea become warm. Sea is hot now, but the sea land is getting cool. So here what you can say now, air or the sea become hot. Sea is hot now, so it is not cooling down. So it is hot and it is cool. So now here the air around the sea, all the air here become hot and it become light in weight. So it become light in weight and it starts to move up. So hot air moves up. So the hot air over the sea moves up. So it created a low pressure here. Here the pressure become low. Less pressure is created in this area. This total area become less air. So here it is cool air, it is having high pressure. So the high pressure cool air is blowing towards the sea. And this process continues. This warm air goes up and it become again cool and it is coming back to the sea. So in the night time, the wind is blowing from land to sea. This is called as land breeze. So there is two processes happening in our atmosphere. That is daytime it is a sea breeze and the night time it is a land breeze. So these are the two processes, land breeze and sea breeze. The details it is given here, land breeze and sea breeze. And then the process, now it is coming to the different colored surface, how it is absorbing heat. So here is two surfaces given here, black surface and white surface. You might have feel that when you are in a jacket, inside the jacket which is black in color, if you wear the black color or dark color jacket, it will give you a more hotness. But if you are wearing a white jacket, it will not give much hot, because the surface or the dark color or whatever the dark color or the bright colors absorb the solar radiation. Heat radiation will be absorbed by black color. So when the light radiation falls on a black object, it absorbs the heat radiation and that black surface become more hot. And when the light radiation is falling on a light surface, the light will not absorb the light radiation. Most of the light radiation will be reflected back by the white surface. White surfaces reflected light radiation. So the light radiation which are falling here is going back from the white surface. So this surface will not get much hot. Black surface become more hot and it become less hot. White surface become less hot. So this is a character of color of dark color and light color in the case of absorption of heat energy. Black surface absorb more light and white surface will not absorb more light. White surface reflect light radiations. So that's why when we are when we wear a woolen cloth, when we are in a summer season, we used to wear the woolen clothes. Why we are wearing the woolen clothes in summer season? Summer season, the temperature outside will be very less. A person who is having who is wearing a kambal or a jacket which is made up of wool, and the outside temperature, his body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, and outside temperature it is I feel it is 10 degrees centigrade. You imagine it is 10 degrees centigrade. As we studied, the temperature from high hot region goes towards the low heat region. So from the body of the person, temperature will always goes out. So first point I told, when the temperature is going out from the body, we feel cold. So that person feel cold. If the person is wearing a thick jacket, or a woolen jacket, what happen? The woolen fibers will not allow the heat to go out from the body. Woolen fiber is fibers trap the heat in between the fibers. Woolen fibers have a lot of fibers in it. These fibers trap the temperature inside the fiber and will not allow the temperature to go out from the body. So the hotness is not going out from the body. That's why when we are wearing a woolen cloth, we will feel warm because of this reason. If we are wearing a thin layer of shirt or a thin layer of cotton shirt, there is a lot of space between the cotton fiber. So the heat usually easily go out from our body. When the heat goes out from our body, we will feel cold. That's why we have to wear a woolen cloth in a winter season. But in the summer season, our temperature, our body produces lot of heat. That heat has to be gone out from our body. Otherwise, we will start to sweat and all. So that time, the woolen clothes help to the cotton cloths having lot of air space between them. Through the air space, the air will go outside the body and we will feel relaxed in the summer season. In winter, we need the warm clothes. In this chapter, the summary, we have studied about the hotness of an object. In this chapter, the thermometer, different type of thermometer, how we used to measure the thermometer, then clinical thermometer and the uses of clinical thermometer, different type of clinical thermometer we studied in this chapter. Range of clinical thermometer we studied, 35 to 42 is the range of thermometer. Range of we studied about the laboratory thermometer, difference between laboratory thermometer and different between clinical laboratory thermometer, and similarities between the clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer, the range of laboratory thermometer, normal human temperature. Okay, then flow of heat from high temperature to low temperature. There is transfer of heat, conduction, convection and radiation. We studied all these points. So in solid, it is in solid it is conduction, and in gas and liquids it is convection. No medium is for the radiation. Material which allow the heat is passed through it is called as conductors. Conductors allow the heat to pass through it. And insulators are the material which do not allow the heat to pass through it. Then we studied about the dark colored object absorb more heat and light colored reflect the heat. That's why dark colors object having more temperature and light color having less temperature. Woolen clothes is used in winter season because woolen clothes has a lot of fibers, and these fibers are a poor conductor of heat. They do not allow the heat to go out from our body, and it tap the temperature inside and keep our body warm. This is a basic concept in this chapter, heat, and you have to know how we are using the thermometer, how we have to measure the thermometer, and then you have to find out the difference between different type of thermometers, transfer of heat, how it is happening, and method of transfer of heat, and land breeze and sea breeze, how the land breeze and sea breeze is happening in our earth, and different type of material we are using in the summer dress material we use in the summer season and winter season, and dark color dress material in which season, and light color material in which season. These are the main point we have to remember in this chapter. Thank you.